Hello guys, Oscar Hotel 8 Sierra Tango November here from Survival Tech Nord. Today we're having a look at the Chameleon F-LOOP 2.0. We're going to break it down, show you all of the individual components, show you how to set it up, and then show you what options are available for it. Alright guys, here we go. First up is the telescopic mast. Its job is to hold the coupling loop at the right height and prevent deformation of the radiating loop. Included with the F-LOOP 2.0 is a 12-foot coaxial cable with an integrated RFI choke. The cable has PL259s on both ends. Next we have the heart of the system, which is the CHA F-LOOP tuning box. It's got a large Delrin tuning dial, connection hard points for the LMR 400 based radiating loop or the optional aluminium 2-element loop. It also has standard camera tripod connections underneath, as well as a 3/8 by 24 hard point for other mounting options. Next up is the rigid aluminium coupling loop. You'll always achieve better results with a rigid coupling loop as it removes SWR fluctuations as usually found with a flexible inner loop. Next up we have the standard flexible loop assembly. This assembly is based on LMR 400 and is shorted internally. It's got PL259 connections on both ends, matching the SO239 connections on the F-LOOP 2.0 tuning box. Also included is the 80-meter double loop kit. This additional LMR 400 based radiator extends the capabilities of the F-LOOP down to 80 meters. It also includes a barrel connector to attach it to the basic assembly. With the exception of the telescopic mast, everything fits in this MOLLE pouch. So let's put everything back in the pouch and go ahead and show you how to assemble it. Now, to be completely honest, I was quite surprised that everything fit inside this MOLLE pouch. I used the webbing on the outside of the patch for the telescopic mast, which works out pretty well. The pouch also has a carrying strap, and there is enough room inside for a radio like a KX2 or MCHF. An 817 might be a tight fit, but I think it'll go. So first things first, we remove the telescopic mast from the webbing. Then we'll lay the pouch down on its backside, face it towards us, and open up the zippers side to side. This will expose the contents of the pouch, and of course we'll take out the first component, which is the F-LOOP tuning box. Go ahead and sit that down on the table or mount it to your tripod, however you're going to deploy the F-LOOP. Next, we'll mount the telescopic mast to the top of the F-LOOP tuning box. The telescopic mast is one of the differences between the original F-LOOP and F-LOOP 2.0. The original F-LOOP used hardline to suspend the coupling loop, where the F-LOOP 2.0 uses this telescopic mast. So let's remove the coupling loop from the pouch and install it on top of the telescopic mast. And while we do that, let's explain a little bit about these coupling loops. For the basic F-LOOP 2.0, the coupling loop is tuned to the 10 to 40 or 80 meter kit. The F-LOOP Plus has its own tuned coupling loop that comes with it, and that's also true for the booster kit. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and remove the coax cable from the pouch and set it aside. Now remove the 102-inch radiating loop from the pouch. Now secure the center of the radiating loop on top of the coupling loop, securing it with the Velcro straps. I found it easiest to mark the radiating loop with a piece of electrical tape at its center. Now we can attach the ends of the radiating loop to either side of the F-LOOP 2.0 tuning box. There's no polarity in this cable, so it doesn't matter which side you attach to which side of the box. When you're done attaching the cables, go ahead and adjust the height of the radiating loop with the telescopic mast. You're trying to create a perfect circle here. And once you have that perfect circle, go ahead and adjust the radiating loop so that it's perfectly square in both planes. Now we can attach the coax cable to the coupling loop. The end of the cable with the RFI choke is the end which goes to the coupling loop. The other end of the cable goes to your radio. Do not place an antenna tuner in line with this magnetic loop and your radio. And if your radio has an internal antenna tuner, disable it before using this magnetic loop. At this point, your F-loop is ready to use. Now, you can sit it on a desk as it is or attach it to a tripod. I like to use it on a tripod. And this is what the station looks like set up in the spare room of our home. This could easily be a hotel room or some other place away from home where you don't have the luxury of setting up a wire antenna outside. Now that we've gone through the basic F-loop 2.0, let's go ahead and install the 80-meter kit. The first thing we'll do is take that last remaining radiating loop out of the pouch. We're going to use this barrel connector to connect both radiating loops and create a single double loop. We start by removing one side of the radiating loop from the F-loop tuning box. We'll use the barrel connector to connect both radiating loops to one another. Then we'll secure the apex of the double loop using the Velcro straps provided in the kit to the top of the coupling loop. Now we'll take the remaining end of the double loop kit and install that onto the F-loop tuning box. Finally, we're going to straighten out the double loop kit so that it's square in both planes. When you're done, your compact desktop station looks something like this. I've got the Chameleon F-loop. I have my Yaesu FT817 and 5 amp hour battery pack. And I have an old Asus laptop for digital modes. The Chameleon F-loop 2.0 also comes in a Plus model. The Plus model uses an aluminum or aluminium radiator which splits top dead center. It's attached to the tuning box using the alternate hard points on the enclosure. Alright, let's go ahead and install it. For this F-loop configuration, we're going to need a few different things. Firstly, the F-loop tuning box, naturally. Second, we'll need the telescopic mast. We'll need the coupling loop, which comes with the high-efficiency aluminium loop. And of course, we'll need both halves of the aluminium radiator. There's also some hardware that comes with the Plus kit, and I'll show you that as we do the install. So, we're going to start by putting the telescopic mast onto the F-loop tuning box. Then we're going to take the coupling loop, but we're not going to put it on the way we did for the first configuration. We're actually going to reverse it. So go ahead and tighten that down. Now we'll connect both halves of the radiating loop. The correct sequence for the hardware is the screw head, a washer, one half of the radiating loop, the second half of the radiating loop, a second washer, and then the butterfly nut. You want it to be stiff, but you don't want to tighten it all the way down at this point. For this next step, you usually need a helper, but I prefer to use one of the Velcro straps that's included in the kit. We'll use this Velcro strip as a third hand, holding the radiating loop to the coupling loop while we affix the other two halves. Hardware sequence for the halves of the radiating loop are screw head, washer, one half of the radiating loop, the enclosure, another washer, and finally, the butterfly nut. And the process is repeated on the other side. But again, don't tighten these down all the way because we're going to make one more adjustment before we tighten them for good. So now we're going to remove that Velcro tape we installed earlier. We don't need it anymore. Now we'll center the radiating loop with the coupling loop. This is why we didn't completely tighten the hardware, but once we do this, then we can go ahead and tighten all three. Finally, once you have it centered up, you can go ahead and tighten down that nut. On the Plus model, we do have a feature that we don't have when we're using the flexible coax radiator. That's the ability to raise and lower the height of the coupling loop. Some companies make a big deal out of this feature, but I usually set it right about here and forget it. And here's an example of what my station looks like using the F-Loop Plus 2.0. Alright, now it's time to look at options and upgrades. Well, one of the things I forgot to mention earlier was the 61 gear reduction drive for fine-tuning. Next, we have the CHA power compensator. This allows the Chameleon F-Loop to transmit at up to 60 watts output power. Although the CHA high-efficiency loop can be purchased as a ready package, it can also be purchased as an upgrade for a basic F-Loop. Next, we have the CHA booster kit. I didn't have a deployment pic of it with the F-Loop, so you're seeing it here with the Chameleon P-Loop. To maintain portability and offer a performance upgrade in the field, there is the CHA booster kit. The booster kit includes both flexible radiator and tuned coupling loop. And finally, we have the RTRR rotator tuner platform for the Chameleon F-Loop. The RTRR allows you to deploy the F-Loop in a convenient location, yet control it from your actual operating location. So I think we've just about covered everything to do with the F-Loop Plus, and all of the features, options, and upgrades for it. I've been testing the F-Loop 2.0 for about half a year now. And during that time, I've continuously posted to my blog and my social media feeds about this antenna system. So with all that said, I have to say I'm a utilitarian. Everything I have serves some purpose, and the F-Loop 2.0 is no different. I think ham radio operators like myself are constantly looking for solutions. We're not looking for something that just does one thing and that's it. We want to reconfigure it. We want to deploy it in different ways or different places. We want it to do different things. And that's what the Chameleon F-Loop 2.0 is all about. If there's something blocking you from getting an antenna outside or putting an antenna in a tree, then perhaps you should take a look at a solution like this. At the very least, take a closer look. Alright guys, if you're interested in this antenna, you definitely have to look at the description or the episode notes because there's something special there for the holidays. So, we're almost to the end of the video. Patreon and PayPal supporters, you guys are absolutely magnificent. Thank you very much for supporting my efforts. Anything and everything coming in from Patreon or PayPal is used for the consumables or components that I use in each of my videos. And that brings us to the end of the video. Look, if you like what I'm doing, if you like the content that I'm creating, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment letting me know what you think about the video. Finally, if at all possible, please share this video with someone or someplace who might enjoy it. Rock and roll, guys. Thanks for watching.